Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Batman Eternal issue 39. And before I start talking about Batman Eternal, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 79, and that's to show a review all the comics I read this week in one show. There are no exclusive comics because there's only 4 comics this week, so just check it out. And also, guys, this Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I'll have a live Q&A, so be sure to check that out and come with your questions. And I'm excited to celebrate the new year with you guys. But let's talk about Batman Eternal issue 39. Cover is, I don't know, it's an owl. Cool, I guess. And then there's an avalanche that does happen in the issue. But yeah, it's pretty plain. Like, I can't really talk about it because it's kind of plain. I don't really think it would speak to people. Like, if I saw this in the comic book store and I wasn't reading Batman Eternal, like, this cover would be like, oh, an owl! I really like that. No, that's what covers are for, is, you know, to actually speak to people. I don't think this is gonna speak to anybody. But maybe it will, but I don't really like the cover. But let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, we get to see 3 stories. One thing I do like about Batman Eternal more than the other weekly stories, I think they structure their stories a little bit better. I don't feel like I'm reading 5,000 stories in one issue. Things progress, and there's maybe 3 stories going on. In usual comic, that's okay. Same thing for like a TV show format. I think it works. Not what Future's End does, where, you know, every story has like 2 pages. But let's talk about Batman. Oh, and also I just recognized with the cover, the Riddler's in the background, so that's kind of cool. But it's a little hard to miss. There's the joke. I don't even think you could tell that he's there, but that's, I guess, kind of interesting. All right, getting back to the story. With this issue, we get to see that Batman goes to the Riddler to try to get a riddle, to see what's going on with Gotham. And he's like, oh, father and daughter. And he's like, who the hell is this father and daughter I have to follow? As the audience, you know it's Clue Master and Spoiler, but Batman doesn't know that. He doesn't know that full story and that full scope. But it's interesting as a reader, you know, and also if you read Batman issue 28 a while back that introduced Batman Eternal, which is actually probably one of the best stories of Batman Eternal, you know that Spoiler is already in the mix of things, and so is Bluebird. So I am very intrigued with that. As you guys know, I'm a big Stephanie Brown fan. So other stories, we still got all the Batman villains trying to escape and wreak havoc on Gotham. And also, of course, Catwoman trying to wreak havoc on Gotham. And the other story is with Vicky Vale trying to get Bard, for the Gotham to know that Bard's not a nice guy, and Bard ends up killing her editor-in-chief, and we don't know if he ends up killing Vicky, which is interesting because Vicky is actually a pretty important character in the Batman mythos, so exciting to see if she dies or not. I thought that was a good cliffhanger compared to Future's End, which it wasn't. Surprisingly, Future's End actually was my best book, because the artwork here wasn't really that good. At least for me. I thought it was way too dark. I thought it was very sloppy. Like, the facial expressions just did not work. Here's another example. Just so sloppy. You hardly see people's faces. There's a point where Vicky Vale, like, her editor is talking to her. It's like, oh, you stop being so emotional. And her eyes, like, drawn like she's crying, but I wasn't really sure. I'm like, is this a place to cry? I don't know. So the artwork really brought this book down for me. I didn't think it worked. And also the story just didn't progress that much. As much as I thought it was interesting, the cliffhanger with Vicky Vale, it was cool to bring a character like her into the forefront. There wasn't a lot of Batman things going on. I mean, as the audience, you know Spoiler is going to be important, but you could just be reading this book to know Spoiler is important. Why would you put Stephanie in here if she wasn't going to be important to the story? So it's just like kind of A to B book, but also the art just wasn't great, and I really don't care about the villain story at all. That one's been boring me. So overall, I gave this the same grade as Future's End, but I think Future's End had more solid stories. Again, if you read watch my Future's End review, I said that Firestorm and the 50 Sue story is a lot stronger. So those stories I was more interested in, and I think the art was a bit more solid there. So Batman Eternal actually did get lower than that, but it does have the same star rating. But I do think if you have to get at least one weekly series, I would say Future's End more this week than Batman Eternal. I just think it was very much lacking this week. So Batman Eternal gets 2.5 stars, and none of the weeklies got past 3 stars. So that means you probably shouldn't get any of them. But if you have to get one, I say Future's End. But hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rand Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.